Let's start with your first basic exercises. For beginners, you're going to be working out your whole body. We are not going to focus on body parts or anything like that until you get into intermediate training. Right now we need to shock your muscles. Your muscles have not exercised before, lifted weights, or done anything. So with that, you need to get used to exercising before you can get into anything more than that. You are going to be sore. There's a thing out there called DOMS, D-O-M-S, and that stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. So you may not feel it today, but tomorrow you're probably going to be sore. Okay, that's okay. You're just going to have to work through it. But remember one thing, when they say no pain, no gain, that is a crock. You know, the problem with that is if you're in pain, you can't train. I've had times when I first started exercising that I overdid it and I didn't stretch properly or anything like that, and I was working my biceps one time and I could not lower my arm past this. I could not straighten out my arm. That's how sore and tight I was. So we need to do this the right way. First, to begin your exercise, we're going to talk about the frequency. Okay? You're going to be working out with weights 3 times a week. That means if you're working out Monday through Friday, you're going to be doing weights on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every day, Monday through Friday, you will incorporate, for right now, 10 to 15 minutes of cardio. I don't care if that's running, jumping jacks, skipping rope, stairs. I don't care what it is, just get cardio going. Martial arts are fun. That's what I like to do. I like to do martial arts when I can. And, you know, just anything to get your heart rate up for 10 to 15 minutes. You need to do this every day. Now, I already posted a video regarding nutrition. And one thing I will tell you, you cannot exercise properly without the proper nutrition. You cannot be on a diet without the proper exercise regimen. They don't work without each other. You can't do one without the other. I guarantee you, if you do, you ain't going to get nowhere. If you incorporate both together, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. Okay? Now, the other thing, I'm going to pull up a seat here so I can talk to you. Don't expect quick results. These things take time. Any of those gimmicks out there that tell you, oh, you can lose fat this fast or whatever, don't go for those. You're going to hurt yourself. Trust me on this. You need to do it the right way to stay healthy. Okay? The other thing is, a lot of people say, hey, I only have fat around my stomach. That's the only fat I want to get rid of. So I'm going to do 1,000 sit-ups a day and that's going to get rid of it. No. It doesn't work like that. There is no such thing as spot reducing. If you have fat on your stomach, you can do all the sit-ups in the world, but unless you get your whole body active, you ain't going to lose nothing. It's like a machine. Everything has to work or nothing works at all. That's all there is to it. So, with that said, before you do any exercise, make sure you have not just eaten. It's better to work out on an empty stomach. Reason being is because now you're working off the fat that's already stored on your body. If you just ate and now you're working out, you're going to be using the energy and the fat from what you just ate. So it's kind of pointless. So do it on an empty stomach. You know, if you feel a little queasy on doing that, drink a nutritional shake first. We're talking like a can of Ensure or something like that, or Slim Fast. You know, I'm not talking like a protein shake. To be honest, if you do a healthy diet, you don't need protein shakes. You really don't. Those are just meal replacements. That's if you do not have the absolute time to sit down and make a meal or buy something or whatever, then yeah, you can do a protein shake, but it's not mandatory for gaining muscle or any of that. Trust me. So try that. That way you're burning off the fat that's already here. Second, you need to stretch before and after your regimen. Now, I will go over some stretches with you. You'll have to bear with me. My computer is slow, so the filming is not the greatest of quality. However, I will go into detail for every exercise that I show you and the stretches that I do. There are two kinds of stretches. There's static and dynamic. Okay? Static is still. That means, let's say you're stretching your arm. Okay, and you're doing this stretch. This is considered static because you're not moving. Okay? Dynamic. Dynamic is moving while stretching. Okay? So if I'm sitting here and I'm moving my arms like this and I'm getting that good stretch by letting my arms flail all over the place, you know, this is dynamic. I'm stretching at the same time that I have movement. Okay? So, before your workout, it's better to do dynamic because it helps warm up the muscles and helps get them loose. After your workout, do the static ones where you're just standing still. So, to start off, let's start with some stretches. So, I'm going to gum in the background here, and we're going to start with the stretches. So, like I was just showing you, start with the arms. Get them moving, and do this for maybe a count of 30. After that count of 30, start with the arms in circular motions, working those shoulders. Okay, I'm moving a little slower just so that my camera can keep up with me. Just keep them going. Go in different directions, maybe one arm at a time, and then the other. Do this for another count of 30. Twist. This is going to work your ab area, your core. It's going to help stretch that out. Do that for another count of 30. Okay? When it comes to your legs, you can spread your legs apart and just kind of come all the way down and just kind of bounce up and down a little bit. Don't bounce too hard. We're talking a light bounce. That way you're moving but you're stretching at the same time. So you're going to have it down and you're just going to kind of just do it, and then you can go to one side, then your other side, and bend your knees a little bit, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then stand. Okay? That's your basic stretching routine before. It'll take a little bit longer. I'm just showing you how to perform them. Okay? If you have any questions regarding any of this after the video, feel free to let me know and I can go into further detail if necessary. But this is just the basics. So, you're asking, what's the workout going to be that I'm going to be doing to get me started? Okay, we're doing a full body workout. This is called a series. You're going to be doing this for the first 2 months. After that second month, then we're going to change routine. With exercising, if you do the same thing all the time, your body gets used to it and you will not get the results that you want. You will plateau, which means your body gets used to it and you will not get any further on your results. We have to mix it up. But like I said earlier, we have to get your body used to exercising first. Now, this is the weight portion. When it comes to the cardio, you're on your own. Like I said, jogging, stair climbers, mountain climbers, jumping jacks, jump rope, any of that, that's on you. Just make sure it's 10 to 15 minutes a day. Okay? I'm going to show you the weight portions because this is where people screw up. This is called a series set. Now, if you don't already, go and get yourself a simple dumbbell set that ranges in weight. Not just a set of dumbbells that's just one weight. Get ones where you can add more weight and take away weight. That way you can get to the weight that you feel most comfortable with, and as you progress, you can add weight to it. Now, if you're a girl, start out with 5 pounds. If you're a guy, let's start at 10 pounds, and then if it's too easy for you, you can work your way up until where it's comfortable. Now, we are going to do 3 sets of these, and each set, for each exercise that we do, is going to be 10 repetitions. So, with your dumbbells, we're going to start. Okay? So here is the beginning of your first workout. So I am going to get my dumbbells. Now, the first exercise is bicep curls. Get a stool or a chair to sit on. If you use a chair, don't use the back of it. Don't lean up against it. Just scooch up a little bit further to where you're away from the back and just let your body stabilize itself. If you use the back, you're being lazy. Okay? So, you have your weights. Now I'm going to lower the screen a little bit so you can see everything. Okay? Grab my other weight here. Get into focus. So I have my weights here. Okay. So elbows are on your side. They're not way up in front. They're not way up behind. They're not way on the side. They are pinned to your hips. Okay? Keep them straight on your hips. Now, when you do this, here's a side angle. Okay? See where my arms are? They're pinned straight. Now, when you do your lifts, you're going to come straight up and down. Now, one thing people will ask, there's two questions that I need to let you know of right now. Here's the answers to two questions. Number one, do you go fast? No. When you go up, count to 2, and then down for a count of 2. And what I mean by a count of 2, we're doing 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. You will not gain muscle on the way up. Believe it or not, it is when you're relaxing that muscle and letting down the weight is where you're actually doing the most. I know it's hard to believe, but that is very true. Now, breathing. There's a lot of theories about breathing. The best way to do it is when the muscle contracts, that's when you breathe out. When your muscle is relaxing, that's when you breathe in. So right now I have a breath full of air and I'm letting it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Always when the muscle is working hard is when you're breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay? So now, you're working this together. So both arms are going at the same time. Do not rock back and forth while you're doing this. If you find yourself rocking or trying to get it up, then you got too much weight. You're going to be doing 10 reps. On that final 10th rep, you want it to be slightly difficult. You want to feel that burn. So you got them both going. So let's say I've done 8, 9, and then you got the last 1 and 10. That's the first exercise. Okay? You're going to set that down. Now, like I said earlier, you're going to be doing 3 sets of everything. But you're not going to do each exercise back to back. You're going to do one exercise, then another one, then another one, and then another one. Then you're going to do them all over again for the second set. So you would be doing, in this series, you're going to have biceps, triceps, shoulders, back, and legs. Okay? And then we're also going to do a chest one. So that's 6 different exercises. After you do all 6, then you start it over again, do all 6 again. That's set number 2. Then after that, you do it for the last set. That's set number 3. Then you're done. So, we've covered biceps. Next, you're going to work into triceps. So, I'm going to move my stool. I'm going to pick up one weight. I'm going to get down on my knees here so you can see everything. Now, you're going to lift it up over your head. One hand here. Now, side view. Keep your arms straight. And you're just going to go straight up. Don't let it come down here, out to the side. Keep it stable in one spot. Nice and slow. Remember your 2 count. Then also remember your breathing. So on the way up, I'm breathing out, breathing in. Muscles contracting on my way up and relaxing on the way down. You're going to do 10 per arm. So you do 10 on that arm, get your other arm, do your next 10. And then that's your triceps. Now, next exercise, shoulders. Okay? You're going to have the weights at your side, and you're going to bring it straight up to right here, T-junction. Do not go higher. If you go higher, you risk shoulder injury. So you're only going to go to that T part, to where it's just straight 90 degrees. Up, breathing out, down. Up, down. You're going to do a count of 10 on those. Here's a side view of how to do that. Your weight's not way out here or back here. It's to the side and straight up. Keep your arms straight. Okay? Now, those are side raises. This is the front raise. You have the weights, and you're going to turn your palm to where your fist, the top of your hand, is facing out. You're going to lift straight up like you're Frankenstein. Bring them up to chest level and back down. You don't need to lift any higher than that. Same idea. Don't go too far high or else you're going to hurt your shoulders. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, do 10 of those. Next, the last shoulder one. Arms like so. Side view. And you're just going to go straight up and down. Don't let the weights come down here. If you do this, you're going to hurt your shoulders. Straight. 90 degrees. Up and down. Breathe out on the way up. Do 10 of those. Okay? Now, for your back, you're going to lean over, have a hunch, have your weights just dangling down in front of you. Now, you're going to pull up like so and down. Up just a little bit past your back and down. And this is going to work your middle of your back. It's like a row effect. You're going to do 10 of these. Now we're going to move into another tricep. You're going to have your arms up like so, and you're just going to kick straight back. Don't move your upper arm whatsoever. Your elbow will stay in the same spot. If it moves, you're going to hurt yourself. Lock and out. Okay? You're going to do 10 of those. Now, another back one. Like so. Here's a side view or a front view of that. Now, I am not going out to the side like I'm flying. I'm pulling it up, but to my back while I'm still hunched over. Here's another side view. And here's the back. Okay, 10 of those. Now, I will do the ones that look like I'm flying. These are shoulder flies. You're just going to go straight out to the side, like you're flapping your wings. Okay, 10 of those. Now, for your lower back, weights in front. Keep your back as straight as you can, and bend over. And then pull it slowly back up and arch it slightly from a side view. come down, keeping your back as straight as you can, and then pull back up, and slight bend. That's going to work your lower back area. Do that slowly and carefully. Okay, now, for your legs, you can set the weights down. You can just use your own body weight for this. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this camera just a little bit more. Now, squats. The best way to do squats, have your feet slightly apart, your toes pointed at a slight angle, not straight in front, but at a slight angle outwards. And then when you come down, keep your back straight and pretend there's like a bench behind you. So when you come down, it's like you're going to sit on something, like you're a catcher. When you look down, make sure that your knees aren't going past your toes. All your weight should be on your heels. So to give you a side view, here's what it looks like. Here's my knee. My toe is directly underneath it. If I'm way too far forward, my knee's going to, if you look straight down on your knee and you can't see your toes, then you're too far forward. You need to put the weight more towards the back. So you're going to have it back, and you're going to come down like so, and back up. And you're going to do a set of 10 of those. Now, we're going to do your calves. Go down a little bit further so you can see my feet. Now, have your feet together, lift up on your toes, hold for 5 seconds, down, bring up your front toes for 5 seconds, then back up, down, up, down, up, and down. You're going to do those for the count of 10 as well. So far you've done several different exercises. So, there's only 2 more body parts that we're going to work on. That's your chest and your stomach. We're going to save the stomach for last. Okay? So, those are the first main exercises. Once you've gone through a series of those, go through them so that you've done each exercise 3 times. Okay? 3 times. After you get done with those sets, now we're going to move to push-ups and working on the chest. So I'm going to bring the camera down to my level here. Hopefully you can see this. So, your first push-ups, we're going to do a series of push-ups as well. We're going to do 5 different kinds of push-ups. Okay? You're going to do 1 each, and then you're going to do another set and another set, so 3 times each. Your first is your normal push-up. Hands shoulder width apart. Okay? Side view. When you do this, don't do this. If you do this, I will literally come to your house and smack you. Please don't do that. You're going to hurt your back and you're not going to do any good. When you do this, it's a good plank and you're straight. And when you come down, almost touch your chest. You don't have to touch your chest. At least come about that close. Okay? So when you go down, you're breathing out. Or, I'm sorry, you're breathing in. And then when you push up, when you're contracting the muscle, that's when you're breathing out. So when you get down to the bottom, hold it there for at least a count of 2. Then push yourself back up. So as I come down, I go 1, 2, and up. That's your basic push-up. But you're not going to do 10. If I had to do 10 of these, you'd die on the first day. We're going to work up to that. So right now, I want 3 of each of these. So I want 3 of those. The next one are called wide push-ups. Now, here's where I'm going to be in the front view here. Wides, you're going to have your arms out to the side. Okay? Your palms are going to look like this. but they're going to be about yay far apart. See how I have mine way apart? About right here. So your fingers are pointing away from you to either side. Then you do the same idea of a push-up. 1, 2, and up. That's another kind of push-up. Those are called wides. You do 3 of those. Now, you're going to do what's called high-lows and then low-highs. They're the same push-up, just with different hand positions each time. So, I'm going to sit here. Normally, here's how you would normally do a regular push-up. Your hands like this. The other one, your hands were like this, but far apart. Don't have it too far apart, or else you'll fall. Just a little out on the outside. High-lows, instead of being like this for a regular push-up, you're going to have one higher than the other. Now, it should be 1 foot up or down from the other hand to where it would be even, and then a foot from side to side. So, for this one here, it should take a foot to go down and then a foot over to match this hand. That's where you know where your positioning is going to be. So this is this. You're going to do 3 this way, and then you're going to switch to where this hand is on top, and you're going to do 3 this way. So I'll show you how I do it. So the first one, as you see, one hand's in front, one hand's behind. Come down, 1, 2, push up. Do 3 of those. Now this one's forward, and this one's back. Come down, 1, 2, go back up, 3 of those. Okay, so now you're going to do what's called narrows. Now, when you normally do a push-up, your arms are about right here. Narrows are going to be on your side. So when you're holding yourself up, also your hips are going to be close to the ground. Versus a regular push-up where you're like this time here, your hands are going to be further back, and you're going to be here. Don't let your body touch the ground though. Then when you go down, just use your front, and then back up. This is going to be more work on your triceps and your inner pecs. Do 3 of those. The last ones are called diamonds. These ones are a little tricky. So, instead of having your hands like this for a normal push-up, you're going to put your fingers like this, and that's how you're going to do your push-up. Straight back, everything. Come down. Now you may not be able to go all the way down. That's okay. It's hard. And then push yourself back up. That's a diamond push-up. That really gets the triceps. So, that's a series of push-ups. Now that you've done those, go through the series so you have done it 3 times each. Okay? That's 1 set that we just did. I want 2 more. That will give you 3. Now we're going to move to our last stuff of abs. So, you get down on your back. When it comes to sit-ups, don't roll. Rolling is bad. Hurts your neck, hurts your back, everything. Fixate a spot on the ceiling and think that your chest needs to hit that spot. So when you lift up, it's your chest that's going up towards the ceiling, and you're not rolling it up. You're lifting up. That's the proper way of a crunch. Full sit-ups are okay, but they're going to hurt your back more. So just stick with this. Now, when it comes to the first kind we're going to do is you're going to bring your legs up and have them at 90 here and then a 90 here. Cross your arms and you're going to lift up and touch your elbows to your thighs. You go up, but hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Do that 10 times. That's one set. Now, the next one you're going to do, legs straight up. Put your arms straight up. Let me switch this so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? Touch your toes, or at least try to. I want at least 5 of those. Okay? For your side, for your obliques, you're going to plant your arm on the floor. Okay? Now, you're going to lift yourself up into a plank. Now, what I mean by plank, see how I got myself lifted up? There's no touching here. I'm lifting myself up. The muscle I'm using is right here. So I'm in a planking position. Then you're going to switch, and you're going to have both arms on the ground, but it's like a push-up. You're not letting the rest of your body touch. Keeping your back straight and everything, but you're using your arms and your elbows to hold yourself up. Now, after you've done that side, then you go to your final side and do it on this side. You're going to hold each one for a count of 15. So when you're on this side and you're holding yourself up, count to 15, count to 15, count to 15. That's your last one. That's one set. I want 3 sets of all those. So go back around and do it again. And that'll conclude your workout. This should probably take about half hour to 45 minutes max. Then with your cardio, another 15 minutes, there's an hour out of your day. So that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Do this for 2 months. This weight routine that I've showed you, do 3 times a week. Do your cardio 5 days a week. Saturday and Sunday, rest. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Okay, sleeping is important. At least 8 hours of sleep every night. If you smoke, I really suggest you quit. Smoking is not good for your lungs. It's going to cause emphysema and asthma, and you're going to have a really hard time exercising. And if you smoke right now and you're trying to quit, it's not going to be easy. You're going to feel like you're dying the first few days. I used to smoke myself, so I know. Just stick with it. Do the best you can. Anything is better than nothing. If you drink, I am a sober person, but that's not by choice. That's actually because of my illness that I have. I'm not allowed to drink anymore. I can't. If you drink, try to really keep it to a minimum. Beer and all that has so much fat and carbohydrates in it and empty calories, especially the carbs. And then when you're drinking at night, like I said in the nutritional video, the carbs are just going to store, and that's where beer guts come from. So if you drink, I highly suggest you really tone it down, or maybe try to quit for a while. Hard alcohol is never good. It's going to screw up your liver. I'm not trying to, lecture or preach or anything like that. I had to give up all these vices. I've been clean and sober for the last 5 years. When I first had to get sober, it wasn't of choice. It was because of my illness that I have. Anytime I tried to indulge in any of these vices, I ended up in a hospital. So take care of yourselves and stay healthy. And this concludes your beginning workout. After 2 months, we will move you up and get you even more into working out. If you have any questions, please let me know. And have a great day and enjoy your workout. Have fun with it. Listen to music. Watch TV while you're doing it. You can do 2 things at once. Make it enjoyable. If you can, get a buddy. Having a friend with you doing these exercises is great. For one, it's nice to have company. Second, you have somebody to help push you. Okay, that really helps. So, have fun with this. If you don't have fun, You're going to get bored and you're going to quit. Make it as fun as you can for yourself, but stay safe. Don't horse around. I am very serious when it comes to this stuff. I have seen people in gyms goof off and this and that, and the next thing you know, I hear a scream about 5 minutes later, and it's because this person was goofing off while he was lifting a weight and snapped his leg or snapped his back or snapped his arm or a weight dropped on him or something like that. Be safe, but have fun. Enjoy the exercise. And this is Brian, aka the Big P, signing off. Enjoy.